Imagine coming home to find your neighbor's car deliberately parked over the fire hydrant by your house. A smug act of defiance in a quiet cul-de-sac ruled by a ruthless HOA. One night, sirens wail, and flames light up the sky. Firefighters arrive, desperate to save a home, but that car blocks their only chance. What happens when their hoses can't reach and windows start to shatter? This isn't just a parking dispute. It's a battle of pride, power, and petty revenge that spirals into chaos. Will the neighborhood's tyrant finally face justice, or will one reckless choice cost everyone everything? Stick around to find out. In the quiet suburb of Willow Creek, where manicured lawns and picket fences defined normalcy, Sarah Miller lived a simple life. A single mom and nurse, she'd saved for years to buy her modest two-bedroom home, a sanctuary for her and her teenage son, Jake. Mornings were spent sipping coffee on her porch, waving to neighbors and tending her small garden. A slice of peace in a hectic world. The neighborhood's HOA, led by the sharp-tongued Karen Whitmore, kept everything pristine, with rules on everything from mailbox colors to grass height. Sarah played along, paying dues, following guidelines, but she sensed Karen's watchful eye lingering too long on her property. Lately, Karen's car, parked oddly close to the fire hydrant by Sarah's driveway, felt like a silent challenge. Whispers of Karen's vendettas, fines for minor infractions, threats over petty disputes, floated through the cul-de-sac. Sarah brushed it off, hoping to keep the peace, but something about that car blocking access to the hydrant stirred unease. Little did she know, one reckless choice would soon ignite a conflict that would shake Willow Creek to its core. Sarah's quiet life began to fray as Karen's grip tightened. It started with a letter from the HOA, tucked into Sarah's mailbox like a venomous snake. Her garden, the one she and Jake nurtured, violated Rule 47B, non-approved flora exceeding 12 inches. The fine was $200, payable in a week or face a lien. Sarah stared at the notice, her heart sinking. Her sunflowers, barely taller than allowed, were her pride, a splash of color in her overworked life. She trimmed them, swallowing frustration, but Karen's black SUV stayed parked by the hydrant. Days later, another letter arrived. Her mailbox was non-compliant for a chipped paint spot, another $150 fine. Sarah's nursing shifts left her drained, and the HOA's nitpicking felt personal. At a community meeting, Karen smirked, clipboard in hand, as Sarah tried to question the fines only to be silenced by her icy glare. Neighbors whispered of Karen's pattern, targeting newcomers who didn't bow to her. Sarah, a renter-turned-owner, was an easy mark. The tension spiked when Sarah found Karen's SUV fully blocking the hydrant, tires on the curb. She asked Karen to move it, but got a dismissive wave, claiming it was temporary. Temporary became daily. Sarah reported it to the HOA, but Karen's loyal board ignored her. A neighbor warned of Karen's past, fining a family into foreclosure over fence posts. Fear mixed with defiance in Sarah's chest. She started photographing the SUV nightly, her phone filling with evidence. Then came a third letter. Sarah's driveway was obstructing emergency access. Ironic, given Karen's blockade. The $500 fine hit hard. Her savings couldn't take it. Jake asked if they'd lose the house. She forced a smile, but anger simmered. She sent her photos to the city, hoping for action, but got a vague, "We'll look into it." Karen's car stayed put, and another notice arrived. Sarah's porch light was too dim, a $100 fine. The absurdity fueled her rage. One night, a whiff of smoke and distant sirens broke the silence. Red lights flashed as a neighbor's house burned. Firefighters needed the hydrant, Karen's hydrant. Would her arrogance cost everything? The sirens screamed as flames devoured the neighbor's house, painting the night orange. Firefighters leapt from their truck, hoses ready, but froze at Karen's SUV blocking the hydrant. Sarah watched from her porch, heart racing as the captain barked orders. Time was slipping. A firefighter grabbed a Halligan tool, its metal gleaming, and with one thunderous swing, shattered Karen's driver's side window. Glass sprayed, and neighbors gasped. Another swing, and the passenger window exploded. They dragged the hose through the wreckage, water surging to fight the blaze. Karen burst from her house, face twisted. "That's my car!" she shrieked, charging the firefighters. The captain didn't flinch. "Move or you're arrested." Sarah's anger and vindication collided as Karen's authority crumbled. Neighbors, once cowed, murmured in disbelief. Sarah's photos, sent to the city, felt like a ticking bomb. The fire was contained, but the neighbor's garage was lost, a preventable tragedy. Karen turned on Sarah, jabbing a finger. "Your fault," she spat, blaming her for reporting the hydrant. Sarah stood tall. "You parked there, you chose this." Police lights flickered, called to document Karen's act. The HOA's grip was slipping, but would her downfall end the tyranny? As the embers died, Karen's reign unraveled. Police cited her for obstructing the hydrant, a misdemeanor with a hefty fine. Sarah's photos sparked a city investigation into the HOA's negligence. Weeks later, the board, shamed by public outcry, ousted Karen as president. Her SUV, towed and impounded, became a symbol of her fall. Neighbors shared stories of her abuses, demanding reform. The HOA revised rules, slashing petty fines and prioritizing safety. Sarah's fines were dropped, her garden and mailbox compliant. She and Jake could breathe, their home a sanctuary again. Karen moved away, shunned, her reputation in tatters. Sarah became a quiet hero, inspiring others to challenge unfair rules. Willow Creek felt alive, neighbors waving freely. The hydrant stood clear, a silent victory. Sarah's stand proved one voice can topple a giant. But as peace settled, a question lingered. How many Karens still lurk in other cul-de-sacs, waiting to test a community's resolve?